There are many thoughts running through an incoming college freshman's head, like, where is the dining hall? How soon will I make friends? What if my roommate and I don't get along? Or what if I get homesick? At Living Larger Consulting Company, we want students to not to have to question their housing arrangements. Therefore, we strive to implement the best strategies for students to feel safe and comfortable in their residence halls. This presentation will show you how our strategies will make long-lasting improvements to the Housing and Residence Life Department at the University of West Georgia. Our consultants will explain to you why Living Larger Consulting Company is the best choice. We will provide recommendations for improving communication and the overall relationship between housing and residence life with the University of West Georgia students. Here is our consultant, Afrani Daniel, to explain more about the company background.
Hey, my name is Anthony Daniel, and I'm here to give y'all our company background. This is Group 3. Accountability is a very imperative trait in a business that ensures happy customers, and in this case, the students. The reason is because when people don't take responsibility, it doesn't display the right qualities that are a big part of what we want to achieve. In order for us to develop and expound on how we plan on achieving this goal of improving the residents' life on campus, we will describe our pillars of the team, and hopefully our values are as apparent in the few words I'm going to speak. For one, our company values. As a company, we plan to instill basic modes of values that should be executed throughout the company. One of the things that we want is leadership. We have a good team of people and also hard workers. The process of revamping the residential life and housing on campus should be a complete team effort. Hearing that the housing life of the school had a tendency to get complacent bothered us. This is not a trait we plan on exuding in our goal. We want to make the campus life something students can look forward to enjoying for years to come. The last pillar is the quality, which cannot be stressed enough. We must create fresh ideas throughout the school, and we have to bring a new energy to the school. Taking pride in these different pillars will help our team develop into trustworthy members of a team. When all the members are on one page, this makes for smooth and efficient business work. I'm going to get into our external and internal communications. Communication between our students, vendors, etc., are incredibly serious to us, and it's something that we put a ton of research into. Many people value when they are valued. People want to be wanted. It's simple. Therefore, we have set different plans and motions to make sure we are constantly interacting with and listening to student feedback. As far as internal feedback, we have set up numerous discussion boards over the school site as well as Twitter that are catered to the specific topic that you may want to address. This is for students so they can have immediate feedback on general topics. We also have set up different online surveys and questionnaires across Twitter and Facebook for general feedback regarding company performance. Again, accountability. We have taken to message systems, emails, in order to communicate both internally and externally. We use this to keep everyone up to date on important dates, announcements, and general maintenance issues that may occur. Another convenient aspect of emailing is the ability to send performance updates to anyone involved in the team. And those who may just have a curiosity in the different aspects of residential life and improvements, you can also email us. It's a never ending cycle of us getting information. Our mission is to consistently create professional experiences when our team values and patience are tested. When our team values and our patience are tested, we still must create professional experiences. And our vision, creating a work environment conducive to capitalizing on every inch of potential possible with this campus, housing, and residential life. In closing, we have embarked on a remarkable opportunity. We fully expect to capitalize on revamping the life on campus for students. With the combination of values and the expectations for our company, we see a bright future with the students that we see on campus. And we can assure you that we will do everything in our power to fulfill our duties to revamp housing and residential life on campus for students for today and the future. Thank you. Group 3.
Hi everyone, my name is Signa and I'm going to be talking to you about the Statement of Need for the Housing and Residence Life at the University of West Georgia. The University of West Georgia has done a good job of creating new environments for their students and accommodating the needs of the growing classes, because every year the University of West Georgia increases in size. However, the main part of their need is that the students just aren't satisfied. 2 surveys done at the University of West Georgia have shown that within the past 2016 to 2017 school year, 11% less of students are now living on campus. Within a different study done at the University of West Georgia, it has been shown that 68% of our students that live on West Georgia find problems with living on campus, whether this is unsatisfaction, problem with their dorms, bugs, concerns, not liking their RA, just genuine issues with living at West Georgia. And 72% of students have reported that they're generally just not satisfied. They're not happy with their surroundings. They don't like what is happening at West Georgia as far as the dorms are concerned, and they just want it to be better. So Living Larger Consulting Company is going to do several things to improve the general satisfaction of the university, of its image, and of the students. Now, how Living Larger is going to do this is they are going to create safe communication channels. Essentially, most of the problems with housing and residence life are coming from their students not feeling valued. We need to improve the image and help the students have a more positive outlook about what is happening on campus and in their dorms. So we're going to create more safe communication channels. We want the students to be heard, and we want them to know that they are needed and they are wanted. And the University of West Georgia needs to make sure that their students feel safe opening up to them and talking. Because when the students feel safe opening up and talking to the staff and the residence life team, they're going to feel less tension. They're going to feel more valued, more safe, and they're going to want to live at West Georgia longer, which is essentially what Living Larger is going to help do. We're going to increase the satisfaction, and by increasing the satisfaction of the students, we're going to cause them to stay on campus longer. We're also going to improve the standard of living, because although the standard of living at West Georgia is decent, there is a need for updated dorms. Recently, the University of West Georgia has opened the Oaks, which is a first-year dorm, complete with living learning communities, and this has done wonders for satisfaction. Most students that live in the Oaks are more satisfied than the older dorms, but just because the older dorms do need updated. There is a need for them to be renovated because they are significantly smaller, the ceilings are lower, they just come across less clean and less open for the students because they are older. So there is a need to update the standard of living. And by updating the standard of living, creating better communication channels, and just generally decreasing all of the tension found within the students and staff, this is going to dramatically increase the satisfaction rate of the students at West Georgia. Living Larger Consulting Company has helped 54 other university departments within their own residence life improve their student satisfaction, and Living Larger can do the same for West Georgia. Now that you've heard the statement of need, I'm going to introduce Jing Jing, who's going to do internal communication. Thank you.
Hello everyone, thank you for my team member. Now it is my part to introduce internal communication. My name is Jing Jing Ma. As a professional consulting company, we discuss with managers and employees in the housing and residence department and collect relevant information about current communication. As for current communication, the department has 4 types of communication ways. First of all is meeting. The directors and assistants has a regular 1-hour meetings in every Monday morning. In the regular meetings, they discuss with daily routines and upcoming events, which we can see is 12%. Also, the managers may have several irregular meetings to handle some emergency. Second, the managers and the employees use email as their formal communication way. They use email to inform events and works, which accounts for 32%. Face-to-face communication happens in any time and everywhere in the department. This kind of communication includes formal and informal information. Also, it is the most popular communication way in the employees, which account for 39%. Last, the employees have many different groups in the Google Hangout where they can discuss their social life and works. Then we compared it with the Housing and Residence Department in the University of Florida and the Housing Service in the DePaul University. As for Housing and Residence Department in the University of Florida, similarly, the most important internal communication way is face-to-face communication. However, their face-to-face communication is less formal because their work arrangements and events are transformed through the Microsoft SharePoint platform, which is a comprehensive platform to increase the internal communication and cooperation. As for DePaul University, the housing service are used email, phone, and the Google Hangout as their internal communication tools. However, they also have their own internal data collection platform, which focus on improving the annual reports and the planning processing. Compared with the other 2 departments, we found the Housing and Residence Department doesn't have enough internal communication tools, and also they lack a formal platform to support the internal communication. Finally, we want you to remember that the departments have 4 types of internal communication tools, and they need our help to improve the internal communication. That's all about the internal communication. The next part is external communication. Bobby will introduce it to you. Welcome to Bobby.
Here at Living Larger Consulting Company, we use phone calls, emails, and face-to-face conversations as our external communication methods to communicate with our residents here at the University of West Georgia. Here at Living Larger Consulting Company, we use 3 different ways to communicate with our residents. We use emails, phone calls, and even face-to-face conversations. We mainly use emails because here at the University of West Georgia, everyone is given an email address to communicate with our professors or even the staff here at Living Larger. We use phone calls for technical support whenever anybody needs to reach ResStar or even just reach out to one of our staff members for help with their dorm. We also use face-to-face conversations whenever a resident or student needs to talk to us ASAP. And here's our SWOT analysis for Living Larger Consulting Company. One of our strengths is that we have many different ways of communicating between our staff and students. One of our weaknesses is that we don't keep track of all of our complaints. One of our opportunities is social media. Since social media is growing, it's more easier and more effective for us to get involved with our students. And one of our threats is that we have few break-ins and few robberies happen in the dorms. Our competition being other universities, mainly we get all of our students involved with our community. We make sure that there's trust between our faculty and students. This is what differentiates us from our competition. And to conclude this section of our presentation, Living Larger Consulting Company takes pride in all of our residents here at the University of West Georgia. We make sure their voices are heard and all problems are taken care of right away. And now for my next colleague, Ryan, will continue on with the recommendations.
Hi, my name is Ryan Sutton, and I will be explaining some of the recommendations my team has for the university's Housing and Residence Department. Our main goal is to establish effective communication between the department and our students. Our main thing was establish social media presence. Every student nowadays either has a Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Facebook. We can reach out to students through all of these and let them know what's going on campus or any new news that is happening, and keep it up to date so that students can follow it and like the page, or tell their friends about it. Anything like that will enhance the department's image. Another effective way of communicating would just be telling our resident assistants to be a friend. Invite them to things on campus. Tell them about what's going on. When they see them in the hallways, whatever works. And again, in improving the department's image, I would say we can make videos of things going on campus, post them into these sites, or even throw together videos of things going on campus for future students, and encourage them to live west and let them experience the college life living on campus, and ultimately creating a fun environment, a healthy environment, a comfortable environment, and letting students' voices be heard. Thank you, and we'll now move on to conclusion.
In conclusion, Living Larger Consulting Company is committed to bettering the overall relationship between housing and residence life with the University of West Georgia students. Our suggestions have been strategically planned to offer the best services for housing and residence life. Our main goal is to retain the students who currently live on campus and increase the number of students that want to choose on-campus housing. Our key takeaway messages are to modernize current communication strategies and utilize residence hall staff to better connect with students. We want students to truly be satisfied with their living arrangements, and it is our mission for students to know that it will always feel like home. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
How you guys doing? My name is Anthony Daniel from Group 3. Question 1. How much time and or effort will be needed to put the reformations in place? This is what we need people to work with us on, because for one, there's a process that we're going to have to do to this to achieve our goal. One, we're going to have to survey the campus and find the pulse of the campus to see how they feel about general ideas and topics. Excuse me. And once we have a good pulse about what the students and what the faculty will kind of like more cater to, then we'll work with our team on our budget. You see, the budget that's going to have to coincide with our plan. So it's like we need to be as precise as possible because of that. And after that, probably like 3 month span, you'll see changes. About 6 months, you'll really notice the changes. And in about a year and a half, there'll be so many different things to get into. It's going to be very obvious and apparent, and it's going to bring a great vibe to the school. But we're going to need that time, because like we said, and I said, I'm sorry, it's a process that we have to take to go through with this. And if you guys can just be patient with us, we're going to get into the lab, knock a couple of these things out, and do some good for you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Hi, my name is Signa Coleman, and I'm going to be answering question number 2. So, how we're going to improve the image of our department with our recommendations is we're going to help our students be more aware of the department. We're going to do this by creating video announcements that just have general facts, what housing and residence life is about, the culture of the department, and just making students generally aware. By making them more aware and informed, they're going to feel better about their decision to live West because they know more about it, and it's going to give them a more positive outlook. Also, a big problem with the university is that their image isn't valued because the students don't feel valued. They don't feel that their concerns are heard or that their opinions matter. So one of our recommendations is going to help the image tremendously because we're very concerned with making sure the students know that they are valued, that any concerns or complaints are welcomed. And by doing this, the students are going to feel like they are more important, which is going to just give a general better outlook on the university and the department as a whole. Thank you.
There is long-term potential for housing and residence life because for incoming college freshmen, residence halls have an extreme impact on their college experience. Students should be comfortable and happy with their living arrangements on campus. Compared to other departments, housing plays a pivotal role for a college student's personal life.
I would work with our consulting companies be a smart choice. While professional consulting companies, all of my team members have enough knowledge from business communication class about how to communicate effectively. We have cooperated with different departments in the different universities. We know what the students are thinking about and how to communicate with them. What's more, we learn a lot of problems in the departments in the universities. We are professional and experienced.
Hi, I'm answering question 6. I feel that our recommendation of increasing our social media presence will help with activity on campus, having a bigger population of students aware of what's going on campus. So if we reach out and keep an updated, social media site that students can follow, they can see what's going on campus, and they can check their schedules and be aware of if they can be there or not, and they can tell their friends, they can retweet it, whatever you want to say. But again, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat can totally change the way that our students are being aware of what's going on campus. It's not just a poster that's in the hallway, it's something on their phone that students are on all day, every day. In nowadays culture, people are definitely glued to their phones and checking updates and see what's going on next. So I feel like that would definitely impact our student involvement on campus. Thank you.